Let's go over real fast before we go over how the procedures, like we did a little bit, call back and forth, and why that's important, because you need to know identify who you're trying to get and how you're trying to get back, because otherwise you get confused, or you just don't pick the radio up and start talking into it. Hey, do you see somebody over there? No one knows who and how you're talking to. You follow me? There's a reason why the military came up with simple SOP protocols.
Yeah, we all have picked call signs in here that we identify ourselves by. So, by next training, or well, April, May, by April's training, pick a call sign that you want to go by, and then that way when we start doing the training out in the woods, and try and have your radio by then, so that when we start doing the radio communications, that way when we talk to you on the radio, we know who we're talking to. But just like the example.
Let's do it again real fast.
Gave if we want to talk to somebody, if I want to talk to Ken, his call sign is Kilo, and I'm Sapper. If I want to get him on the radio, I use his call sign first, and I say, Kilo, this is Sapper, over.
Then I'll come back and say, Zappa, this is Kilo, send it.
So, and then over and out is always used on your transmissions. Whenever I'm done with that transmission, I always say over. That way he knows that I don't have anything else that I need to say at that transmission or break. If I'm saying break, he knows I've still got more to say. I'm just breaking the transmission so that I can't be tracked or traced. Mm-hmm. But when I say over, he knows that now I'm waiting for a response from him. So, if I say Kilo, this is Sapper, over.
And I would say, Zappa, this is Kilo, send it. Send it is kind of like slang, just saying.
That he's just letting me know that he's heard me, mm-hmm. and he's waiting for me to say whatever I need to say. And then, so after every time that I'm done with what I have to say in that transmission, I'll say over. And then I'm waiting. That means I'm waiting for a response. But once I am completely done with that conversation, that's when you say out. That means I'm done. I don't have anything. That's like if want to make sure that, if he's done with the messages, he'll say, do you have anything further, over? And I'll say, Kilo, this is Sapper, negative, out. And he'll know that I don't have anything further. He doesn't have to acknowledge, he'll know that
it's done.
That it's done. If you say over and out, it's like, okay, over, I'm waiting for a response, but out, I'm done with the conversation.
You see a lot on TV, they do that, over and out. That's just Hollywood bullcrap. You never do that. It's always, I'm out or over. You never combine the two.
Trying to find us down here. If they have some type of signals unit out, trying to locate us. It does not take long with the equipment that they have to be able to pinpoint radio transmissions. So what we need to do is keep radio transmissions to 5 or 6 seconds and break transmission. Kilo, stand by for salute report, over. And then that would let him know that he needs to prepare to, that I got a message for him, he needs to get a pen and paper. Once he gets the pen and paper, so now I've got a lengthy message, so once he gets this, all of the new guys, do you know what a salute report is? That's, okay, a salute report's an acronym. It's for size, activity, location, unit, time, and equipment. some of that we don't use. The portions of what we don't use, I would just skip over. Once he gets ready, he would.
I will come back and say, Zappa, this is Kilo. How do you copy?
Kilo, copy direct. Are you prepared to copy salute report?
Send it.
Okay, and I would say Kilo, size, 3 vehicles, activity, traveling north on 93, break. And then that way he knows that I'm not finished with my transmission, but I'm letting off of the key so that I'm breaking my transmission so that anybody that's not friendly, that their radio equipment is losing my signal momentarily. So that anything that's trying to track me or track my signal is losing the signal for a minute, and then that way he knows that that's on purpose and I haven't gotten shot or anything like that. Haven't driven past an IED. I give it just a second, then, but I would say how copy over. But you see how I threw that brake in there so that I break my transmission. And then if he got the message nice and clear, you know, he would just tell me solid copy or whatever. But we want to get the brake in there so that, you know, we break the transmission. The longer we transmit, the more likely it is that anybody with tracking equipment, and it doesn't have to be active duty military. If he and I have direction finding antennas, back in the old CB days, I mean, people still do it. Have you ever heard of a fox hunt? Mm-hmm. Where people go out, he could have a direction finding antenna and I could have a direction finding antenna. And if I would sit there and scan with that antenna, and if he would be a half a mile over, and I would be scanning, oh, okay, there's where I'm getting the strongest signal. And I shoot an azimuth with my compass, and he's a half a mile over. Oh, there's where I'm getting the strongest signal. And we should put that on the map. We know about where that signal's coming from. So, you know, we could do the direction finding ourselves if someone, you know, if they keep breaking the signal, we would have, that would make it difficult for us to do the direction finding. Any questions on the radio?
Doesn't matter how long you break for before you spook the gun.
No, 2-3 seconds. So
You were saying with the light, some of them you can't turn off the lights. Take some electrical tape and tape them up, because like LT was saying, you will see it out in the woods. It'll just light up. Literally, it's amazing how well when they hit calm. So if you have to, tape it up.
That's also what you were talking about with the shutting everything off in them. Mm-hmm. Don't buy the Walmart Cobra walkie-talkie. You can't turn those off. Mm-hmm. Bail fans have a setting through the menu where you just go down and turn everything off.
Antennas.
And if you can't turn it off, put the face in against your body. Okay, so at least it's not shining for everybody.
And there's a little flashlight built into it up on top of it. Take you a piece of electrical tape and put over top of that, because I don't know how many times I've accidentally turned that stuff. And that thing's white, and man, that little white light, you'll see that thing from a half mile away.
Antenna and earpieces.
Yes. You can get, yeah, look at that, his lights
out at night.
Imagine how far away on a pitch black night that thing would stick out. You can get the little Secret Service earpiece that's got the little clear earpiece that can stick right in your ear. That's got the
Yeah, right there's one.
There's
yep.
really well.
And those are I just ordered 2 of them from Amazon, $15 for the 2 of them. And that way you don't have to have if you have the radio on and you have it loud enough for you to hear, if you got someone with decent hearing, you get a nice quiet night. Someone may not be able to understand what's going on, but they'll be able, that could be heard probably 50, 75 yards away at least. So you get a good earpiece, that'll keep somebody from being able to hear. Antenna, the little rubber ducky antenna that comes with it. Sucks at best. If you get, yeah,
Nokia, what is it?
yeah, Nagoya,
Yeah,
I
something
think.
like that, with antennas, which I have on my other radios. This is just an extra I keep in the truck.
Oh yeah, I got it wired in there now.
This is the Nagoya antenna. I was sitting at the hardware store down in New Lex one day, and I was with the radio identical to this. I was able to hit the repeater, the amateur radio repeater, clear over in Zanesville on mid-power. I think, 3 watts on this thing. So these things do have some decent range. You put a decent antenna on them.
Come out here and crush a $200 radio, you're gonna cry. If I destroy
you will
a $5 radio, I don't care.
They'll, they have their $200 and $300 Yaesu and Kenwood radios, and you get out there and be able to do everything that they can do with your little $35 radio, and they'll sit and look down their nose at you. But these radios, they will talk, or you'll be able to program them to where they can transmit and receive on the FRS frequencies, the GMRS frequencies, the amateur radio frequencies. On the amateur radio frequencies, you have to take the test and get your ham radio license. Once you get these, don't talk on the amateur radio license or on the amateur radio frequencies without your license.